Let's talk about gospel and the blues. According to the Mississippi Blues Trail, despite their conceptual differences, both genres share the same roots, influences, and musical traits, all from right here in the Magnolia State. Many have said, in fact, the two musical styles reflect two sides of the same coin. The singers sharing those good vibrations originating from right here in the same place in the church. That brings us to our first feature of the night, one man who's had incredible success singing both styles of music.
Byron Brown shows us how Castro Coleman has been and still is using his gift to change lives.
Lord, we welcome your Holy Spirit into this place. Hallelujah.
Castro Coleman has had a passion for music for decades.
Get your house in order because it's time.
Castro, better known as Mr. Sip, says it's a family thing.
Music ran in my family. Pretty much just about everybody in my family on both sides is a play, sing, or write. So it was just all around us, and I had an itch for it, man. I mean, I was very small, so pretty much was in the way, but I always stayed in the way, and I'm kind of glad I did, man.
Getting in the way led this Macomb native to perform gospel music for 26 years.
I found everything I need in the Lord.
I started out in gospel, man, and that was my passion, still is my passion. I think I covered it. I feel like I did everything. I've been everywhere, I played with everybody. I feel like I had maxed out, you know, in gospel. So I took 2 years off. Came home, came off the road, started spending more time in my studio, doing production work, and just realized, man, I was a road rat. I was so bored at home.
So he went back to work and started singing the blues.
I researched blues. And it's somewhat of a lost art. I mean, like a lot of the older blues players has died out, and the few that's left are dying out. So being from Mississippi, and all the great blues singers come from Mississippi, whether they migrated to Chicago or whatever, but they come from Mississippi. Just to name a few: Muddy Waters, Willie Dixon, the late great B.B. King, Bo Diddley from right here in Pike County, and the list goes on.
Coleman has taken his award-winning talents all over the world, singing gospel and now the blues. But what keeps him performing?
What keeps me performing is I know when I pick that guitar up, when I grab a mic, when I hit the platform, no matter what's going on in front of me, if I'm playing for an hour and 90 minutes, it don't exist. Nothing but the light of joy, happiness, peace, and love. So if I could do that on a consistent basis, maybe that little light can pull someone out of depression, out of a dark state of mind, you know, change their way of thinking, you know, change their hate to love, you know, and help make the world a better place.
And the message he wants fans to get from his music?
Love, live, and be happy.
Making the world a better place through music, as Mr. Sip says, coming from a country boy from Macomb. Byron Brown, 12 News.
Castro has a new record coming out in 2020, so look out for it. And speaking of gospel and blues, head on over to our website. That's WJTV.com for a link to the Mississippi Blues Trail. It's an interactive map, and you might be surprised who you find at certain stops.
That's right. We all